Alright, welcome back to another one. I want to do some more walkthrough solves. It's because A, it's been like a while. I don't even know. Several months. And B, my solves have really improved. I can safely say actually I can't safely say, that would be lying, which we don't do here. But I'm coming up on sub 35. Clickbait title, don't worry about it. Yeah, coming up on sub 35. My F2L and S2L has become more efficient. F2L still has some room for improvement. So does S2L, but F2L is just more because it's just the hardest step of the cube. Dodecahedron. Um, but yeah, solving's improved. I'm doing a lot more block building. I'm kind of changing, not exactly changing the way I'm solving, but I'm doing some new to me stuff. Yeah, anyway, let's get right into it. Here's the first scramble. They're just hand scrambles because it's megaminx and nobody really cares about the scramble or like following the scramble. Unless you're at a comp, then you follow the scramble because that's the rules. Anyway, alright, star pieces. We have yellow here, purple here. They go next to each other. I'm going to do like a D prime to get red over here so that I can do purple and red like in these two spots and then yellow can go here. I see this pair here, which will stay there the way I solve yellow, with the way I solve yellow. These two, I don't think I'll be able to make anything of because I'll probably be doing some stuff over here. But yellow, purple, red, we know how to do. Let's see the yellow, purple pair, if that's anywhere. Not really. It's like here and here, which is kind of bad. I was going to think of, this is one of the things I've been doing, like solving yellow, purple, and since they're next to each other, do the pair that goes with them before finishing star. Which kind of has been working out for me a little bit. Anyway, yap session over. Back to the solve. Yellow, red, purple. There's blue over there, which will go like back here or something. I don't think I'll plan this pair until later, and there's green here. So this pair's gonna end up here. Green, I think I'll just swing over and insert like, I'll probably do like a D and then insert here, and then it'll be another D2, and then we'll insert this pair. So it looks something like this. Those two pieces. There's the yellow pair. Insert the green one. And then as I'm aligning the star, I'm just going to solve the blue edge there. And our pair we knew was right here. Not exactly the best pair, but I'm at the stage where I'm more planning on where pairs are going to be for look ahead. And I don't exactly have the efficiency to influence them yet all the time. Sometimes, but not exactly all the time. So I'm just going to solve this pair pretty simply. Actually, hang on. So I don't want to insert this. So it'd be better to actually pair it up like this. That means this edge is going to come out to like here in this corner. This corner I think is going to get inserted or like over here. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. So one move to pair them up. I see this red-blue corner. The edge happens to be over here. I don't think I would have noticed the edge in the solve. Let's insert that. And then I'm going to do a U prime just to get that out of the way. Alright, trying to think. So in a solve, I'd probably actually solve these two first, but that's not the best idea. I'm going to try to get this a little more in frame. Because you want to solve pairs that are next to each other. So for the sake of this being an example solve and me wanting to put a good example on, I'm just going to do these ones first. A couple ways you could pair them up. Do it like RU2, R prime. Forget the R prime, RU2. And then you just like insert it like this. Or you could do like an L and then kind of insert like that. Which, honestly, RU2 is probably a better bet for this. So I'm going to do that. And then I knew these pieces were over here. They weren't really going to move. So I'm going to do some cool... I'm going to try to get this in frame some more. Let's just move the camera. Because that's enough. Yeah, it should be enough. Then I'll do like a R prime BR2 to pair those up. A few different ways I'm thinking of inserting this. I was thinking of doing L moves at first, then move like and go like this, do F moves and insert, or like R2U, R2 prime, or R2BR, R2 prime, or BR prime, something like that. It's better to do this, I think. See if there's any good ways to influence this next pair. Not really. Because you can kind of like cancel just for the sake of like using already decent finger tricks. So do like an R3 prime, U prime, R. Get these paired up pretty nicely, then insert. And then I always start with purple S2L. Here's one of the edges. I'm going to be looking at that while I'm solving this. bring these edges over here. And here's like one of the things I've kind of been working on. So before I just go right into this, here's a pretty good scenario. These two pieces are together. So we'll pair them up. Or do I was holding it here, I didn't U prime, then F, but it's probably better to kind of go like this, rotate to like an R2, and then just like insert them like that in the front. And then this pair, I would see, excuse me, so this pair, I wouldn't do anything crazy here, honestly, just for the sake of like finger tricks. And actually, I have a better solution. I was going to go something like that and then insert in the back, but that's not that good. So U2 prime, B prime, yeah, U prime, and then insert like this. You can insert like either with that finger trick or like maybe something like that if you're a little cooler. Anyway, next pair, I saw this edge, blue, orange, and then the corners up here. Come over to here. Nope. Do the L first. There we go. And then insert that. This corner edge, excuse me, is going to get inserted into here. Let's see, this corner is going to pop up to the top. This will not really move. So I'm going to keep an eye on this piece, see these two pieces, see what happens with them. We'll do an F prime here. And then U2 prime. Let's see, is that the best way to do this? I think so. Probably not, but anyway. So F prime, U2 prime, and then just like take these out to sub-35 mover, and then do this B move insert. Then I have these two. Best way to solve these, probably like F prime, U2 prime, R to bring the slot up, and then just kind of like an insert to there, and then bring it back down. I saw this edge in this corner. I was thinking of pairing them up. I also saw this edge. This is the one that goes down to the bottom. It's probably just best to bring this one in first. Yeah, it's not too bad. So then it's not that great though, to be honest. And then to insert this pair, I do an F2, kind of set it up like this. And then like R, F prime to get it out of the way, and then insert like that. And this pair is just U2 prime, F2 prime, the 3 mover. I noticed these and this. I like kind of always start with yellow here, so like I guess you can call it pseudo, but it's really just block building, I'm not gonna lie. But then I also noticed, so this is paired up, and there's this edge down here, which I might do first. Yeah, we'll do that first. And then we can kind of just stay here in this orientation the rest of this face. What's the best way to do this? Probably just like that. None of them are really that good. I've been learning this OLL set. Well, not really. I say that I am, but I learned like 4 cases a month ago and I haven't really done anything. I'm going to sexy sledge because I like this. Let's put it F sexy F prime anti-soon. So it didn't really change the case, I'm not going to lie. And then this is a good PLL. It's just a Y perm from 3x3. You have these two, and this block is over here. That was solve 1. All right, solve 2. I honestly don't really know how many solves I'm going to do. I'll do 3, maybe 4 if I feel like it. All right, anyway, purple's going to go here. Red, when I can solve purple in a way that like red can end up somewhere over here, I think. Blue's already kind of near its little area. I can think about, so yellow's already in. Blue's not hard to do, so I can think of like, I was going to say I can think of doing the blue-yellow pair, but this is kind of way out of the way. Like, these are on the other sides of the cube, which is not that good. Yellow-purple. We can probably do the yellow-purple pair. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So the red-blue pair is going to, I think, get out of the way as well. So we'll insert this edge. We'll just do this pair right away. Just do red and blue like that. Sorry for the lack of commentary in that, and to be honest. So there's the green edge. We're just gonna keyhole this because this corner edge is already in its spot. Green's the last one we need. I'm going to pair these up and like put it near its spot in the meantime. Swing this over. That wasn't very good to do, to be honest. And you can either do like, I'm getting out of frame again. You can either do like, keep it like R moves, or do B moves, which isn't that bad, I think. Both are like pretty good. All right, bad luck ahead. I should have like planned out where more pieces were going to be. This next pair, I think I'll just like do an L2. It's not, actually that's pretty good. Just like for the situation you want to be in, because if you solve it over here, you got to rotate pretty far to get to the next next pair. So we'll just pair them up like this and then insert. I had these two in view the whole time, which is pretty good. Which you can pair up like that, which is kind of a lot of moves, to be honest. And blue and orange star pieces are here. There's this pair. We'll keep an eye on, so this isn't moving, we'll keep an eye on this corner. We can pair them up like that, and then I see this pair next. We'll keep an eye on that. We just pair those up in an insert. I kind of want to preserve this. I kind of want to solve it right away. Actually, it's just better to do the blue-orange pair. Let's see. Do something like that to build that block. And this pair, this isn't that good, to be honest. At least not any ways I can think of it being good. So we'll like kind of split it up like this. And I'll just do this, undo this B move at the end. Okay, we have a lot of pieces solved here already. Well, a lot as in two. This pair is really self-explanatory. This, I'm gonna like R2. It's kind of like an R and then just solving this pair. Like you went 3x3. And all right, at the end of this, I'm gonna pair these up. I think there's a nice way to kind of go from here, but that actually might be it. Okay, this paired up too. Let's just solve that. And then solve that like that. Okay, this is just like the same PLO we got last time. Soon. It's gonna give me an X perm, X7. I just learned new recognition. I'll just watch the new recognition video from Stephanie Martin, but I kind of forget how to do it, to be honest. So I just see like these suck to recognize. They're also the rarest cases. Well, tied. So you have like this edge and these two corners, this edge and these two corners, this edge and these two corners, and it goes all the way around the cube. That looks kind of long, but it's not that bad. All right, on to the third solve. Star pieces, we have purple, which will go here. Green, which we can like kind of put into purple spot there. Yellow goes next to blue, red goes next to blue as well. So nothing really good stands out to me. There's this pair back here that will probably be preserved, I think. Yeah. I actually have a decent idea for green, red, blue. Green, red, purple, and blue. And this pair will remain where it is. We'll try to think about what these are going to do. Yeah, let's do like this U2 first. So I'm going to solve green, red, purple like that. Gonna do this move. I'm gonna I'll realign. We'll solve this pair because I was kind of paying attention to it, and I now see it solved. So it's worth it to solve, I think. This pair, we can easily swing it over and insert in the back. Now we have one more star piece. We have this pair that goes with it. Let's see, it's probably best to go like that. I'm going to move this out of the way so it doesn't get stuck in the bottom, because that's a horrible place for a corner to get stuck, especially when the edge is like miles away from it. So we'll just do that. L moves, which is bad, but I'd say it's excusable this time. We'll pair them up like this. It's kind of a lot of moves. Okay, nice. There's our red-blue pair. Good way to solve this. We'll rotate like this. There's this edge. I actually see the corner now, but I wouldn't in a solve. So we're going to do an F move just to pair, like, kind of set these up to a 3-mover. And just undo that. I'm going to rotate over here first because I got to go here anyway. Alright, and I'm already seeing a lot of S2L stuff. I'm going to, since this is an example solve, and again, I want to put on a good example, I'm going to move this pair out of the way so it doesn't get destroyed, and then that way I know exactly where it is. It's probably best to just like do an F prime, U2 prime F, just so I'm not rotating like this and then rotating like this. That way I can just do like one kind of weird rotation. Then these two will solve like that. Okay, I also see this pair, but I had this one in mind first. I'm gonna pair it. I'm gonna do like an R prime, which will set it up to this case. Just pair them up like that. All right, I actually see like everything. This is better to do first, I think. Really easy to pair up. 2 moves to a 3 mover in the front. And these I would just kind of do like 3x3 with some B moves here. Here's one of our next edges. And here's a pair that goes with it. Let's do something like this for fun. No, let's actually not, because no, let's do that. Pair them up like that. And then solve that block. Nope, don't do an R2. It's kind of a nasty way to pair this up, to be honest. Okay, this is pretty good too. We can actually do something that I thought was going to be smart, but not really. I was going to like RU prime, R prime. It would pair these up and these up, but that just makes this more moves anyway. And like this is already pretty easy to solve. Yeah, so like we'll just insert that, then pair this up. This isn't great because when you pair these up, this edge kind of gets stuck together with this pair, which is a little annoying. So like, I'm trying to think if there's any better ways. Not really. We'll just kind of do an F and then insert the edge. And this is kind of a not good case. A couple ways you can go about this. This is probably the best way, actually. I was thinking doing F and it's like R cancel to double sexy. But if you just go like, if you do a U and then R, you can pair them up like that and insert, which isn't bad. So these two will get paired up. We'll just do like pair these up now, and then this can insert easily like a block. And then before I do the last R, I'm gonna do a U prime to set these up to a 3 mover. Rotate, we'll sledge to avoid a dot case. Easy roll off from 3x3, and then peel up. We'll do one more. All right, last one. This one looks pretty good so far. Yellow, purple, and green are all very easy to solve near each other. Red and blue we can do as well first. If we want to do a full star at first, or if we want to like look into yellow, red, or yellow, purple, purple, green pairs, which don't seem to be that good. All right, looks like we're doing a full star. What I'm going to do here, I think the red and blue pairs will end up like, or pieces will end up like being near each other somewhat. So I'm going to solve blue to here, and then kind of bring red over. Solve that like that. And then we're just going to really look ahead here. Okay, these did end up near each other. But I think it's better to start F2L on this side, just so I'm not rotating. Like I already did one big rotation. I don't want to do another one and go all the way over there. For the sake of this being an example solve, I've said this so many times in this video. This I see right now, so I'm going to just like get it out of the way. Then yellow, purple, and then green, really easy to do. This green-red pair, really easy. And then the red-blue pair them up like that. Or you can also do like F sledge and then insert, which I don't think is that good. So we'll just bite the bullet, do L moves. And this pair is really easy to do next. There's the corner for this yellow purple pair. So you do like I'll do like an R prime and then go like that. I'm gonna get this out of the way so it doesn't get stuck over there. Just saves a rotation, I guess. Then this edge we can bring around by doing, so we can solve it like this, or we can just go like that. That way we don't have to do any weird rotations, I guess. Or like this, honestly, this might be better. We'll just do that for now. This corner I saw, the edge is bad, it's way over here. There's that for S2L, which I probably wouldn't see. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see it because it's like so out of the way of everything. I'm getting out of frame again. Anyway, so I'm gonna bring that corner up, set these up to like a split pair, and then, all right, kind of bad look ahead starting into S2L. I already see the two edges, so we'll just solve those. This pair is pretty nice. I'll just pair them up, insert them in the back. I see these, so I'm just gonna go right into pairing those up, and then solving them. And I saw this corner in the meantime, the edge is down here. The way I would do it, I'll just do like an L2 and then insert them like that, because the best way I can think of to pair it up to split pair would be like this, which you don't want to hold the cube like this during S2L because all the unsolved pieces are here, and now you're just seeing a bunch of solved pieces. So sometimes it's best to sacrifice a little bit of efficiency for a better look ahead, but honestly, there's probably more efficient ways to do this that I can't really think of. Like this. Nah, that's probably worse, honestly. This corner edge is already down here, which goes right there. We'll just pair this up. These two will become near each other. Yeah, I'll just kind of do the R prime to solve that. Just kind of bring this up, pair them up, or set them up to the through mover, insert into the back. There's this corner down here and this edge. Pair them up like that. Kind of a weird way to do it. And then solving these two next. Instead of doing an R2 and this getting kind of down there, I'm going to do an R2 prime. That way I can bring this over, pair them up, and just like R2, U2 prime, R2, R, not R2. And then to solve these two, I think I do, yeah, so do like a U2 prime, F prime, and then this big insert thing. I'm going to start doing this pair here because it looks pretty easy. We'll take that out, set it to through mover, pair it in the back. And then at this point I see like the rest of S2L. I'm going to go right into this pair, and this I knew was going to get trapped in this spot. You could take it out, but solving this pair is already going to do that. That gives you a pretty good case already. OLL and this PLL is like that. I think that was 4. That's it.